Well, hello again, Internet. This is the fourth game in the TBGE, Turn Based Game Extravaganza. It is called Expeditions Conquistador. So, we are going to do a new game. Hold on a sec. Let's go ahead and turn this stuff down so all y'all can hear my pretty voice. Alright, this is a turn-based game, but unlike the other ones that we played, there's not a lot of voice. Actually, I think there's no voice whatsoever, except for, you know, dying screams and stuff like that. It's very, very text-based, so it's going to be a little bit difficult for me to accurately do a Let's Play on this. I'm going to try and get through the first island, the starter island, but I'm not sure if I'm going to get all the way through for time constraint wise. I still have another game I want to do before TBGE is over. So here we go. We're going to start. Now, I guess I can start because I've made it to Mexico, but we're going to do Hispaniola. And then we're going to do normal difficulty. Not going to do Iron Man. I'm still too new at this game to do Iron Man, in my opinion. And then we're going to begin. Okay, so we are going to start with female character. And so I was doing something. I realized that as a... well, first of all, let's go with family name. See if any of you can guess what my name is going to be. So, yeah, you know, and I know, you can't have Conquistadora without Dora, the Explorer. So, there we go. Now, I apologize ahead of time, but, well, now I don't know much about Dora, the Explorer, so I'm just gonna go out here. I'm assuming she's actually quite diplomatic, so I'm gonna give her some high diplomacy. I don't know. I would assume she's good with maybe survival or healing, so I'm gonna dump some of that in there. And I think scouting. I would almost assume she's good at scouting. All right, but you know what? She's not really a militaristic person, so I'm gonna lower tactics down one, make it a little bit harder for myself, and give her another 1 in diplomacy. Give her 10. Okay, so yeah, we've got a nice, decent, a nice, decent way to go. Okay, so this is our character. We can't change the profile picture of him. We can change the name, and obviously these all have different factors they change. This is going to be a challenge because of tactics, and combat is actually kind of a big part, though you can skirt your way out of that stuff too. Now, this is where we pick our posse. Alright, we have 10 follower choices that we can make. And you have a selection of different people. Obviously, soldiers are good for soldiering, guarding the camp, scout, and patrolling. You have your scouts, which are also good for patrolling, I believe. And then scholars are good for local lore, and there's some that you'll run into along the way that will also be translators, I think. But you know, they're the smart ones. They're the smart ones. You have your doctors who, because in most games, doctors and scholars are basically the same, which I think is stupid. I'm glad this game changed that and made them 2 different things. So doctors are good for healing folk, and then the hunters are good for providing food. And they're okay in combat, but a lot of them use bows, so yeah, there's that. So I'm gonna go and pick out my people, Now here's the thing. So there's also 3 traits starting off with. Okay, and so going through it, you know, this person's aggressive, proud, adventurous, and going through the game, you run into different situations where, oh well, you did it this way, and you were super aggressive, so the aggressive people are really nice, and they like you more, so they gained more loyalty to you. Whereas if I had a peaceful person with me, they'd hate me more. And same with, you know, anything else. So you kind of want to get people that are like-minded. I think, and like-minded to the way you plan on playing. So that's what I'm going to try and do. I'm going to try and pick out the people that need to be picked out by me. Dora, the Explorer. Okay, so to start off, we're gonna go with 2 doctors, 1 hunter, 1 scholar, 2 scouts, and 4 soldiers. You know what, to be honest, I think I'm better off going back and getting another hunter, so I'll be right back. Okay, so here we are again. Everything's situated now. Basically what happens is this takes place a year before Hernan Cortez would be elected captain of the 3rd expedition to South American mainland. 3rd time was the charm because the other 2 disappeared or died horribly. Or died horribly. So he would overthrow the Aztec Empire, blah blah blah. We are the oldest child of a Spanish nobleman, and we hold the title of Hidalgo. Father backed us, we lead some people, blah blah blah. Demonstrated aptitude for leadership and strategy. You know, normal Dora the Explorer type stuff. But it was time for a greater challenge. With the king's permission and your father's financial support, you purchased a ship and selected your crew from the best of the brothers and sisters in your hermanidad. And then we go off to the New World to do stuff and things. But first we have to stop at the island of Hispaniola, which it's been under Spanish domain since 1496. And here we will hire servants or buy slaves, rest and restock, and gain what information you can about the New World. Yay! Let's do this. So, starting out, tutorials and all this other good stuff. Okay. And so see, as you can see, it's mostly this in blue is what has happened, and then the white is wording. So, you know, he's like, blah, I'm confiscating your blah and all your blah and blah. So I have 3 things I can say, you know, like the nice one with what justification. I want to do that if I were you. Does the name Explorer ring a bell? And then preposterous. You have no right to confiscate private property. But Dora is the Explorer, so... And we lose all our stuff. My name is Juan Noriega, by the way. Pleased to meet you. Dora the Explorer. He nods and lets you slip past him. Oh, gross. Then he gets back to business of impounding everything you own. You dick. So in these yellow zones, these zones here, you have free move wherever you can go. Outside of it, it takes turn, like it takes days, or rather moves left in a turn, and you can increase the amount of moves you have in by researching things. That's what the whatchamacallums are good for. The scholars. Does not seem particularly pleased to see me. Senorita, I'm glad you come here so quickly. Gross. That's Capitan Explorer to you, Governor. Suddenly, Dora became John Wayne. I demand blah blah blah. Your demands carry no weight. I am me, and you are a douche. Powerful man back in Spain, but now you answer to me. Pay her way to the New World, blah 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 blah. I have better uses for your men and supplies than to waste them, blah blah blah. And they serve the Spanish crown, and here I am the Spanish crown. So fuck you and everything you stand for. Your men and your ship are going nowhere without my permission. Now you go down to the fortress to find a quartermaster. Okay. And we talk to this guy. So basically, a lot of talking going on. I'll skip most of it. So I'm talking to this guy, the dude, the supply dude, and I talk to him and I'm like, what does your name mean? And he's like, the Red, because he's Italian, and it's a blah. Anyway, so he asked me what my name is. I say Dora the Explorer. So his face is split with a wide grin and lifts Dora's hand and kisses it chivalrously, and now I just want to slap him. I just want to slap him, but that's not an option, because this game is a game. Alright. Okay, so in the beginning of every battle, this is a practice battle, by the way, so beginning of every battle, you get to pick the people that you want to use. I am going to use, I'm going to use her instead. Okay, so now she's what's called a scout, and scouts actually don't have any ranged weapon. So, but they have a lot further in their movement. Okay. So this is a soldier. This is a soldier, and this is the scout. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put this one here, that one there. Switch that. Obviously. Alright, let's just. Those are annoying. Okay. Now, before you're done with that, you want to switch them back to their melee, because otherwise things get kind of wonky. We end turn.
Yeah.
Okay. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go right up here and smack her in the face. Because that's what we do. And shoot her. Miss. Arquebuses. Any ranged weapon actually kind of blows in this game. Just gonna throw that out there. But if they do hit, they normally hit for a good chunk. No, they're medic. It's medicing things. Now, one thing he failed to do. Now, if I run past him, he gets a free move on this character. But see how I have this? It means I sandwich him and I got a flanking bonus. So that is a hit for him. Now, hit for him, and then with this guy, I can take him down, even though he blocked that one. So now, all I gotta do is bring this person up and this person up. Now, if any of them move away, these guys will get free shots on them. Okay, and so now we're gonna focus fire. It's good to focus people down, because even if this one's still alive over here, he can only shoot or attack one person. Whereas if I equaled the damage out, they'd still be able to attack multiple people and potentially damage me more. In this fight, it doesn't really matter, but in other fights, it could potentially be the definition of winning and losing. So you do want to focus your opponents down. Alright. And there we go. Die! We done it! Hey again, Internet, it's Major Plothole. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and leave a comment below with any name that you would like to see in the XCOM 2 playthrough that I'll be doing when it comes out.